Hello and welcome back to the rrlinx training videos. In this video I'm going to show you how to use the masking domain feature of rrlinx. The masking domain feature is designed to allow you to use your own branded domain for the short URLs that are generated with rrlinx. By default, if you don't have anything entered in here in the masking domain, the links that are generated by rrlinx are going to go to, oh wait, I can't show it to you like this, it's too complicated. Let's see, I'm going to copy this link right here, and I'm going to go back here to my handy dandy document and paste it here so that you can see it. So this is the default redirect domain that is used when you do not have your own masking domain, your own private domain entered there. And you saw it, just what I did. I picked up the redirect link right here. I copied the link and it gave me the URL, the link to click with this domain in it. Okay, so this is the domain that is used for the redirect links. Now, and this works, right? When you put this into a browser like this, it redirects to your product on your store where we saw it before, the same way we created it before. Now, using your own private link, your own branded link, you can come in here and enter this in here. And you need to put either HTTPS or HTTP. You have to enter this. If you start with something else, it's going to yell at you there and say, no, you have to include this. So you have to include this. And then you want to use a domain that you own and that you have properly configured. I'm going to show you how to configure it right now in this video. But so this is the idea. You put this redirect masking domain in here, you click save, and as soon as you do that, all the links that are over here in your link manager are now no longer going to the default redirect domain, but rather are now going through your private branded domain. You see? It's the same slug like this, but now your branded subdomain, your branded redirect domain is used to facilitate the link. And so this link now works. It's going to redirect to your link, same product. And also, even if your redirect domain is in there, this link will still work as well. So you can do the masking domain feature later, and you can actually use the links that are using our default domain. And they won't break even if you later decide to use your own masking domain. Okay, so that's that. So once you use that, once you put the masking domain in, all the links will go through your private, through your branded domain. And now let me show you how to set this up. You need to set this up in your domain name server, in your DNS. And I'm going to show you here an example of, this is an example set up from GoDaddy. It's a different domain. I'm doing this one for kind of privacy reasons. Is actually an expired domain. So you go into your DNS records. It looks similar to this in other services that are hosting your domain name as well. This is the way it looks like on GoDaddy. And so here's how the setup works. The easiest thing to do is to create a redirect using a subdomain of your domain. So in this particular case, the domain is rrl.shop. Okay, it's called rrl.shop. And so let's say this was your domain that is actually the store domain, the Shopify store domain, right? So you have rrl.shop going to the actual Shopify store. So now the way that you would set up redirect for rrlinx is you would select you would create a new DNA record. And you would select CNAME, and then you would create a host. This is normally not a drop-down. It's just a drop-down because I've used this before. So you can just type this in. You can do anything you want. You can use get, or you can use go. So this is what's going to be your subdomain that you're using for the redirect. So in this case, if I create this with go, it's going to make the subdomain go.rrl.shop, right? Because that's the domain that I'm using. And the subdomain, the host on the subdomain will be prepended to to the main domain name, and it will be what's called a subdomain. So it will say go.brielle.shop. Okay, that's pretty good. That's kind of like a call to action. You could also say get, then it would be get.brielle.com. Okay, so let's keep it at go. That's kind of a nice one, good call to action. So now you want to point this to exactly this thing, and we'll make that available in right underneath the masking domain field so that you have a quick reference there. So this redirect domain, that is the domain that we're using for our links, for the redirect links, this needs to be put in here as the points to value, go.rtrgt.it. Okay, and this, you just leave this as the default, and then you save it, and then you're done. And see, this is what it looks like at the end. It says CNAME, this says go, this is your subdomain, and it points to go.rtrgt.it. So this is going to be always the same. This happens to be go, and this also is go. This is not, this is coincidence. Okay, don't get hung up on that. Okay, so now your complete domain that you would put in here in this case would be go.brielle.shop, and you would put this in like this: go.brielle.shop. Whoops, shop. Okay. So now this is not going to work because it's not a valid domain. What we're using there is it's not valid. But if you own this domain, if you do this the same way I just showed you with your domain, it's going to work like this. Now you can use HTTPS, but in order for that to work, you have to set up SSL. You have to possibly have a secure server certificate. Or you can use a service like Cloudflare to facilitate that for free. Out of the box, if you just go to a standard run-of-the-mill domain name service like GoDaddy, and you create it the same way I just showed you, it's not going to work with HTTPS. It's just going to work with HTTP. Okay, but it works with HTTP. It works just fine for the redirect. You don't have to use HTTPS, but if you have secure certs configured on your domain and it covers the subdomain, then you can use HTTPS, and it will work for us on our end. It will work with HTTPS as well as with HTTP. So the SSL part is a matter of having it configured properly on your end. It's a little bit more involved, and it's going to go too far for this video, but I'm just letting you know here that it's possible to do it either way. Okay, that concludes this video, and thanks for watching.